telling your story, why this is important. There's a lot of artists out there that want to be anonymous, but you will not reach a certain level of success if you remain anonymous, or let's say you're not anonymous, but if you keep yourself hidden from people. There are a lot of people out there that are afraid to show who they are. But if you want to sell art, if you want to sell your services, you have to connect with people on a personal level. You can't connect with people if they land on your website and your about page says, we do this, we do that, like you're a company with a lot of employees. If you're the only person at your company, then say, I do this, I do that. This is my story. This is how I got started. I noticed that, well, one thing to note, when somebody lands on your website, the first thing that 70% of the people are going to do, and this is a real statistic, is go to your about page. If you don't have an about page, they're going to be sitting there scratching their heads wondering who you are, why they should care about you and your work. Your about page is really important. And I find that the people that I connect with the most are those that when I land on their about page, it's very authentic. And they might talk about what they were struggling with when they first got started. They might talk about how they got inspired to be an artist in the first place. I read a really good one the other day, and it started out with a guy I can't remember the artist's name right now because I'm on the spot, putting myself on the spot here. But he talked about how his mother, when he was a little boy, oh my gosh, this is the best story ever, on an about page. It started with, when I was a little boy, when I was about 4 years old, my mother told me to close my eyes and listen to the music and to pay attention to what I see. And what he was essentially saying is his mother taught him to see things through his feelings and his hearing and the music that he was hearing. I really connected with him when I read that, and it gave you a lot of insight into where this love for art came from and where this ability that he had to tap into seeing things that other people can't see and then be able to put that into art. Now you might think your story is boring. And I hear that from people. Oh, I have a boring story. I just grew up in, middle of America. I had a normal family and we never did anything extraordinary. But there is a story in there that's interesting. There is. So you just have to take the time to think about it. It could be a snapshot in time, like when you were 4 years old and your mother said, close your eyes and tell me what you see when you hear the music. That's a little snapshot in time, a tiny little story that gives somebody a glimpse into who you are.